Right, back to power washing again, and another bevy of vehicles. Let's work our way up. We've got SUV, the old rally car, race car, and the fire truck. Dropped the kids off at the play school and the police had closed the national park drive for some reasons. I had to double back over the dirt tracks to get home. I'm sure you could have found another road, but sure. I mean, if you've got a SUV, then I mean, they're meant to be kind of sort of off-roaders. I suppose realistically no one ever really uses them for that, but you know, toy off-roaders. Nice. Off to a good start. Probably do the roof first, to be honest. I guess the windows and doors are pretty easy to get out of the way. This should not be a long job, that's for sure. Good. Easy start to the session. Unfortunately, we're going to kind of run out of easy wins at some point. It does get to a certain point, I think, that you just don't really have any short jobs and it's just on to the big ones. But we'll see how we go. Probably going to be a few multi-session jobs later on. It doesn't actually have a separate roof, it's just a car. So I guess it extends down the sides that aren't the doors. Windscreen. Try and work on those wing mirrors. They'll need more done underneath them, I'm guessing. Side to side. Bonnet. Probably got some bits down the side, doesn't it? Or in front. Yep, there we go. Grill. Some of the stuff will probably take a little bit of extra effort. Doink. Headlights. There we go. Just needed to go over that slowly, it seems. Yeah. Bumper. The side bits here, presumably. Fog lights. Grill. There's the bumper done, there's the grill done. Fog lights. Seems to be most of the front done. There, I've got some wheels. Ding ding, nice. Ah, got the wing mirror, perfect. The wheels don't seem to be too demanding. Don't need to get like right in there. Just need to get the good angles on either side. Ah, this is a ding fest, it's fantastic. That little fin would be nice if it was a separate feature, but I'm not sure if it is. It just seems to be car. That brake light needs a bit more attention. There we are. Nice. Don't know why it was harder than the first brake light, but the exhaust does not seem to be a separate feature. Bumper wraps around, okay. I was expecting it to just be the darker bit at the back, but never mind. Brake light. Okay. Again, needed a bit of extra attention for some reason. Rear window. Yeah. Probably stand up for some of this stuff, eh? Window. This window there. Kind of do the edge of the window first and it'll probably ding straight away once we do the rest. Yep. Wing mirror. We already got the front of it earlier, I guess. The hubcap. Alloy wheel, okay. That's enough. Door. Other door. And now it's just alloy wheel, car and tyre. Well, I mean, we sequenced this one perfectly, didn't we? That'll just be a little bit at the back of the wheel. Voila. It's just the water jet people. I'm having a frightful time with the ordinary. Okay, I don't know what the ordinary is. What about the extraordinary? And that's the SUV done. Pretty quick job. Really straightforward. It's nice to have some nice. Oh, that's the penny farthing, right. Well, I mean, we'll still do that one last. We'll work our way through. Hello, Doc. I hope you're as good with cars as you are with houses, because I've got my old wagon out of the garage and it's dirtier than a dung beetle's Christmas list. That's a great analogy. Not taking Dolores out for a spin till it's as gleaming as she is. Oh, that's sweet. That's his wife. That's sweet. Somehow I don't think that guy should be driving it all, though. And as is de rigueur, we're just going to start climbing on top of the car. On the odd streak would Bert try to clean up his power washer, dribble washer more like. Wow, we're shaming people for their tools. How did you let this thing get in such a state in the first place, dude? Seriously. Oh, the rust. Ooh, the rust. Fairly sure, once again, that spraying an extremely powerful jet of water at a piece of rust is not the best way to deal with it. But hey. We do what we're told. In this game, we are the epitome of the idea of when all you have is a hammer, every problem looks like a nail. When all you have is a power washer. And once again, this isn't even like a separate roof piece, it's just car. So we won't even know how well we're doing on this one just yet. But I think we've been pretty thorough. Just a little bit of rust along the top window there. Try and do the edges. Really tenacious stains though. Don't actually have any cleaner. Okay, how dirty is this window? Not too bad. Cool, first in. Back windscreen. Won the 1989 Race of Champions in it. Well done. Well done. I'm not sure it would perform quite so well these days. No, I didn't. I watched that on TV. Poor guy. Dude's getting a bit old. Happens to the best of us. So what's still missing on this window? Oh, apparently that. Once again, question it, and it will ding. Always seems to happen. Just do once over for the sake of things, and then just see what we need to come back with to clear away all the rust. Treat it like graffiti, basically, just colour in the lines. And it magically repairs it. It's like some sort of plasma tool as opposed to just a power washer. But like Doctor Who got a new job. This is his sonic power washer. I like that headcanon. Steadily work our way down, just dot matrix our way down the window. And there's not much you can go wrong with that. Probably excessive for a lot of it, but... Hey, window trim was apparently a thing as well. Well, that's good to get rid of. Let's go the other side then. I mean, at this point we can probably get off the top of the car as well. Should be able to get all of this stuff from the side, technically. Oh, there we go, ding ding. That window, yep, and the back window will be easier to get from the side, I'm fairly sure. Okay, so the front is going to be rusty as it all manner, isn't it? I love this song. Reminds me of things in like wildlife documentaries, like David Attenborough stuff. They always have the best music like this. This would be for some sort of jaunty bird scene or something. Here we are, cleaning the absolute shit out of a terrible old car. Can see the power washer, very adept with his tools, following careful lines and ignoring the imbecilic ramblings coming through on his phone. Scoop is a separate thing. We're going to have to shoot up on the inside of that, probably. And there's the bonnet. Perfectly timed with the flourish of the music. Then it's got some more, like, trim element or something here, I think. Might just be part of the grill, otherwise. We'll get at that from in front, I think. Back down to ground. This might be where the turbo is more useful to try and... yeah, it'll splash up on the inside as well. We like crouch down a bit. Yeah. Just a case of knowing how to work the angles, really. Yeah, the turbo just helps to get a little bit more of a splash area. Increases the blast radius. More likely to get that first clean. Gonna have to come back and clean the rust, but we'll get the top layer off first. This is also just a car. And the bumper, which extends all the way down, presumably. Which is apparently metal, even though it looks like plastic. B2R, I wonder what the significance of that is meant to be. It is cool that you get to revisit the map that you did previously. Just clean a car in the driveway. We'll be doing the same thing next with the fire engine at the fire station. I kind of wish that they actually had it so you went inside the fire station, but... alloy wheel. Well, if it's that rusty, it's clearly not a very good alloy, is it? Got these weird angles, and it's just... yeah, there we go. It's like the edges of the spokes and everything. You must have really strong knees crouching down like this all the time. Taking the car for a tear up and down the old abandoned sewer system. Yeah, because that sounds like a great idea. At your age. Still some rust there that's hanging on. Your ad here. Fantastic. Door. Is the door nearly done? Apparently not. Probably just missing some rust spots somewhere. There's a bit here, looks like. Getting right and close. Ah, a bit underneath. Trim. this? Yeah, this is actually car, not door, because it goes underneath it. Door, does it extend up next to the window? No, apparently not. And I'm not sure where the remaining bits of door... Ah, it was the handle. Inside of the handle. Tricky. Let's just do it slow and steady, because it seems we're going to have to come back over it with a fine-tooth comb anyway. Don't know what this stuff is, but apparently mold or something grows really well on the door. And once again, we haven't quite got credit for it. But it's so close. What are we missing? At the top of this bit this time. Yeah, there we go. Once again, just a matter of angles, really. Go at the back of the car, which again is just a car, so we might actually be reasonably forgiving about that at some point, 'cause it's quite a large feature. But if we can get as much of the rust and stuff off it as we can now, then just don't need to worry about it. We'll just take advantage of it being more generous later if it decides to give it to us. Looking the wrong way. Always do that. There's a bit of rust right in the corner there. Okay, that's the tyre. Just got to be really thorough on this alloy wheel part. I thought the whole point of alloy wheels was that they didn't get that rusty. But it seems this one, yeah, has been tarnished quite significantly. There we go. Underneath of the spoiler. So we're not even standing that close, but it's still having issues with the targeting. Is the boot done? The spoiler is apparently not done still. I'm guessing there's going to be stuff on the side of that. It's also just hard to tell if there's stains underneath. It's probably just the side now. Brake lights. Probably still a bit on the side, is it? Stand up again for this. Get the top angles first and then crouch down to get the bottom angles. It's always a case of if you're thorough enough the first time, then like when we turn the corner or when we crouch down for the rest of it, we should just get the credit for it. I had a word with Lynn. He's certainly not going to be tearing it up and down the sewer system. We'll be sticking to Main Street for now. Good idea. Because she still hasn't. She hasn't lost her marbles yet. There we go. Get the bumper sorted before we go around to the side. And then it should just be ready to ding. Ready to ding, an autobiography. It still doesn't want to give me the spoiler, apparently. What is missing on that? The tiniest of stains on the top still. Okay, that would do it. Once again, this is just... Let's see, it thinks it's pointing at the tyre and the alloy wheel, even though it's clearly not. What the hell, game? Nice. Bumper. Okay, now we're pointing at the tyre. Work our way around the alloy wheel. Might need to get a slightly different angle on it. Might come it up from the other side as well, perhaps. No, there we go. Yeah, we're just going to be treading through all of their plants because we we just have to stand back a fair distance because otherwise the targeting is just absolutely abysmal. And that's with no extension on either. Using the turbo on this door to try and get the angles both. There we go. Got a first time this time. Just over that white trim bit, we had issues on the other side with the top versus the bottom. And the inside of the door handle as well. That wing mirror is not done yet, I think, isn't it? There it is now. Let's work our way up and down this top part of the door. And then get along the bottom part underneath the trim. And we get the ding. Nice. Can't be too much of the car element left now. It's just this front fender section, I think. But we must have more than 3 things left to clean still, because otherwise it comes up with a checklist. So we're missing a few elements. Oh, the indicator. I don't think we got that on the other side. There's the bumper. Get the tyre. Yep. There we go. Alloy wheel, car, and one of the windows apparently. Okay. We have missed a window. Well, we'll try and get the alloy wheel first. Yep. Let's find which window if we can. The car still needing to be done. Oh, it's one of the rear windows perhaps? Is it this one? I can't tell which one I'm actually targeting because of... No, it is this one. Yep, there we go. And then it's just car. Just a bit of rust up the front here. It's really close. I'm trying not to use the tab feature. A bit of rust on the corner there. Just looking at the reflections, because you can see any deviations in the reflection when there's rust spots, like here for example. Apparently this bit below the lights is actually just the car element. Bit around, there we go. Bit around the wheels. Perfect. Lovely. Another one bites the dust. Standing, T-posing right in front of the camera to start with. That's hilarious. Just asserting dominance. Nice. Just steady. You are a superstar. Fantastic. Nice. Well, fire truck time. This one's going to be rusty as all hell, that's for sure. I can't remember what there is an achievement for doing all of, I think it's all like the windows or something first. I already have it though, so I'm not going to worry about that now. Police rules, fire rules. You'll notice we don't clean any stuff with the police, they're happy to just be filthy. I mean, let's be honest, the police are probably on the pay of the corrupt mayor anyway, so... Yeah. Okay, there's fog lights we're going to have to... Okay, no, maybe not. I thought I was going to have to come the other side. Yep. I was going to have to shoot them from below to make them ding, but we got them. So the top of the truck isn't actually too bad, even though you'd think this would be where a lot of the rust actually is. I think it's mostly on the side panels and stuff. Let's clear our way this. We can see the number 14 again. Should be 13. Much better number. This is like elevator music. The new old jazz collective. I love it. Some weird spots there. It's probably actually going to be pretty generous and not expect me to get the bit underneath the light because it's so difficult. Again. Oh, this is all considered a truck, so yes, that'll be about right then. So what, we're going to turbo it anyway, so the emergency lights are apparently not yet done. Even though that is glass. It's probably underneath at the front, which we just don't have the right angle for. We're just going to have to get all of the upward angles separately. So this is where you need to be able to take their ladders off. like you can move our ladders. Should be able to like actuate it so that the ladder lifts up so you can clean underneath it. That would be cool. But this wasn't earlier ones. They didn't really have interactable bits with moving parts at this stage. The carousel and stuff comes later that has the buttons you can push. So much rust on this ladder. I'm just getting the worst of it off first, so that way I can see where the rust is more easily, so I know where to target. There's a theory that the cat's not even missing. Who's Denver Drill? I can't remember who that is again in the scheme of the storyline up to this point. Have we met them before? Maybe is that the rep who gives us the firefighting jobs, perhaps? Some distraction. No, but there's all the pipeline stuff. The pipeline stuff barely gets another mention, it seems. It's like something that they added in as a bit of a plot element. But then they just have the mayor abscond anyway. Let's try and get along here. At least this appears to be chromed well enough that it's not rusted, but the ladder, for some reason, is not. It's kind of weird. You'd think that the ladder you'd want to protect that so it didn't get all rusty. It's kind of important, you know? Firefighter, ladder, crucial piece of material. And once again, it might actually be forgiving about some of the bits in terms of the bits underneath things. Right, let's just turbo things now. Start from this side first, and then we're going to have to get an angle on the other side as well. Work our way along about halfway, then we're going to have to come back again. Go down the other end and spray this direction instead, I guess. Slow and steady. We're probably going to have to do an upward angle as well. We can kind of crouch down a bit. I mean, some of the angles you just can't be expected to reach anyway. Just because of how the ladder is sitting on the truck. So again, it'll be a case of how demanding it is, and whether it just does the ding. It's also just, even though there's technically two ladders, it's just one ladder component, I think, so. Bit of rust there. Bit of rust in the middle. Get the top done. The more thorough we are in the first instance of what we can see at any given point, the more likely it'll just give us a ding at some point anyway. It'll just go, yep, close enough. Oh, see, there we go. We still had so much of it left to do. But it's like, yep, good enough. Well done. Some of the lights. There was the underneath of the emergency light. Yep, there we go. Nice. Let's do the back of the wing mirror. We'll do the front separately. Windscreen. I believe the wipers are a separate element as well. Get the wing mirror. Okay. It thinks I'm targeting the grill because the targeting with... I don't know if it's all washers. It's definitely this one. This washer is the worst. Just don't know what they did to mess with it. Okay, I think I see him on the outer rim. I'm going in for a closer look. Yeah, because that seems like a smart idea. Idiot. Let's just turbo this now. Oh, not turbo, just re-nozzle it. Turbo's good, does give you the extra splash coverage, but it is harder to see the bits that you're actually hitting and what you've covered because it goes round and round in the circle. Whereas this is a lot easier to see where you've been. There you go. Pretty forgiving anyway. Some windscreen wipers. You can see that bit underneath where it's all just truck. From behind the emergency lights, so that just increases our chances of it giving us the credit for the truck element sooner, because we've been more diligent about other parts. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, it's like a 5 for ding. 5 guys, but dings. Couldn't get the surround at the same time. Gee, is that even a separate thing? Maybe it isn't. For some reason I thought it was. No, it's just all part of the grill, I think. Which is filthy. I think back to turbo for this because there's just so many weird angles. I've just got to go slowly across it just to get full coverage. And even then we're missing little bits, looks like. So I think you just want to take the grill off the truck and completely replace it or refinish it. You need to like scrub the rusty parts, apply some sort of like metallic paste, and then give it a damn good polishing. And then preferably give it some sort of coating so it's more rust resistant next time. So how much of the grill are we now missing? Lock down the side here, looks like. There we go. Lovely. Indicator. Splash our way across the top. The other indicator. It's just red. Should have actually done the top of this bumper section while I was standing on top of it and just looking down. Would have got the front angle a lot better. So I have to do a bit of this as best as I can. Feels like we're colouring in. You got the crayons out and just scribbling away. It's reverse colouring in. Oof, still lots left on the bumper. That is really on there, isn't it? On all around these bits here. Just really concentrated. What even are these bits? Don't even know. They look like it's where lights should be. Interesting that it gave us the indicator with just the turbo washer, but still have a huge amount of this left over. Don't think this bit is part of the bumper. I kind of want to get the bumper finished before moving on, because otherwise I'm just going to have to come back and do it anyway. It's so close. It's probably a bit that I have to get from this side, because I came in from the other side. Yep, there we go. Got it. Just got to remember what you've done and what you might have remaining. To the side of the truck. Once again, it's just kind of a case of go over it with the yellow washer first, it'll get the worst off. And then the rust we're going to have to come back and clean up separately anyway. We're over halfway though. This wheel is going to be terrible, isn't it? The tyre we'll probably get pretty easily. The wheel, on the other hand... Yep, there's the tyre. Right, so let's try and get these windows and stuff. That wing mirror is done at least. I've got the handle, so that's nice. Got a good handle on the situation. Yes. Are you something different? No, you're just part of the door, but you're just the plastic handle instead of the metal door itself. God, even the red is struggling at points. You've got to go slow with the red nozzle. This is rough. That is the nature of the challenge. It's a reminder to anyone watching who might be thinking, why are you not just using the Pro Washer? Or at least the heavy duty? This is a challenge to try and do all of the maps using only the basic 1500 washer instead. Because I've already done all of them in kind of easy mode by just getting the best washer as soon as I could. So now I'm doing it in hard mode and not upgrading at all. Oh, that door is so close, but I have to actually aim at just, oh there we go, at just the right point for it not to be just truck. This challenge would be easier if the targeting was better. Good, got the window. Did that window do? Yes. Looks like it. Assuming that's the right one that I'm... Yep. Selecting. Is this another door here? Or no, that's just truck in between the two doors. Okay, got it. Top done first, now work our way around the window. Yes. follow the streaks. Handle, hopefully. I'll have to come at it from the other side. Get the door handle, but which isn't a separate element. Work our way down to the bottom of the door. And kind of just hope that we've done a good enough job on the rest of the door that it'll just give it to me at some point along here. We are super close. We've still got a bit more. There we go. Nice. Handle. Just need to do the back side of, sure enough. Back of this truck bit here. Doesn't look to be rusty, that's good. This panel though. The control panel is terrible, and there's all of the individual little bits, which I don't think are separate elements. I think it's all just the same. New job. Lovely little job for you at the house when you're free. No weird stuff. Promise. But I like weird stuff. Okay. See his funny leg. He's chasing cats. It's like chasing cars, but not as much of a best-selling song. Why would a cat hang out 10 feet from a lava flow, though? I don't know. That's a really good question. I think you should ponder that from a safe distance. Like the world's best log fire. This is true. They do like curling up in front of the fire, don't they? Nature's fireplace. This is volcanoes, I guess. Trying to be pretty thorough with this control panel. I just need to get so many weird angles with these hose nozzles in particular. I think turbo might be better here because it'll just splash a little bit. Get these knobs. And also these bits that are inset, because we were just shooting straight on basically. So we need to go from this angle first. Try and get these bits that are set back. And then go this angle to try and do the same from this side. Except because there's no way to become left-handed, we're just going to hit the side of the truck. Really need a left-handed option. So what am I missing? Let's get top down. Then I guess we can shoot up from the bottom. Because it's probably just like the bottom of some of the things, or the tops of those recessed bits. Ah, the underneath. The underneath. There we go. Cool. Now do the top of the truck. We've hopefully done the top of this little ridge bit from when we were on the roof. That roller door is not even a separate bit, which is kind of annoying, to be honest. Like, these side doors could all be separate elements, surely. The handles are. We didn't actually get the wheel up the front, did we? You know what? We'll just save the wheels till last. That's fine. And that way, hopefully, like, wheel will just be the only thing on our checklist when we get to it. Handle. Right, work our way around the back. Warning lights. Oh, we already got those. Didn't get that one though. Another handle, which we need to get the other side of as well, presumably. Yep. Well, now these lights here should be fun. Nice. Back steps. Which I guess we're gonna have to, like, clean the top of first. And then the side of, and then the bottom of. Underneath here, and of course the rusty. Yeah, there's lots still to do on these. Should have looked down while I was up on top earlier. Barely actually cleaned anything off them, Jesus. Okay, well, I guess we need to get the top again. But we can get the rest of the back of the truck first. So the other handle, at least this side of it. There's these other lights which we can get soon. I feel that most of this will just come off with the yellow. It's just the rusty elements that don't. Is this roller door separate? Or it's just the same thing. It's all just truck. The handle though. Once again, we're going to have to get like the inner recess of this back step probably. Or is this just truck as well? Apparently that's just truck as well. Okay, the hose is separate for some reason. The lights. The handle. So at some point truck is just going to go ding because there's just so many large parts of it. Right, so steps. Can we actually, like, climb the steps? Like, how are we supposed to get up the back of the truck normally anyway? Oh, we haven't even done the sides of them very well because the handle was blocking things, I guess. That doesn't help. But it still doesn't feel like it's cleaning much off them. Definitely need to do the tops. Can we just do like shift jump and spam our way up there? No, how do we get up there in the first place? We like jumped up the side or something? I can't even remember. Oh, we just run up the front. Right, now we want to orient ourselves like this. Then enable the aim mode and then turbo. This should let us get a decent angle on the tops of most of these steps. Yep, there we go. Lovely. Problem solving. Now this hose still needs work. Probably should have gotten this while I was up there too. Such a stupid thing to have to clean at the back here. It's this little hose bit. We got it. Warning lights, and this warning light, cool. And then we know that this comes off pretty easily. Got a whisker of Ulysses now. Are you though? Are you really? It's a cat. You really think it's just going to let you sit there and grab it? Really sure it's going to be a dick about it, because that's what cats do. Oh, that's right, we have another control panel to get over this side too. Great. The truck, on the other hand, is almost done. Mainly because we haven't done this side of the cab yet. Oh, wow, okay. That's super generous. That's hilarious. Well, we know which bits are doors and which are truck now. Tyre, as much as we can. I mean, we could leave the tyres to do with the wheels, but may as well just get them done. Because they're a lot easier. Nice. Right, control panel. We should go from the side first, shouldn't we? And we should just do pass with the yellow just to get the worst of the dust off, and then we've just got rust left. And now we can go turbo. This will hopefully pick up some of the extra angles anyway, so we might not have to come back the other side quite so badly. But it was pretty demanding for us on the other side, so... discharge. Crosslay. Tank fill. Hey, you know, firemen know how to use their hose. What can I say? Try and get all these rust spots off. Just a case of going slow enough that when the turbo does its spin, you don't get these kind of rough edges. You want it to still be like a thick line. So now we try and get the upward angles on these nozzles. Apparently we're targeting the door according to the game and its stupid targeting system. Whatever. Now we're going to get this side of things. As much as we can, at least. And then it's going to be the top down, probably. But not much. There we go. Just had to stand on the nozzle. And get the handle. This side as well. This handle, if we do it from this side first. Ah, we've already hit the other side of that one. Wing mirror. Hey, doors, windows, and wheels. Perfect. Well, let's start with the windows, I guess. Especially since this one isn't even in the midst of anything that's dirty, because the truck element was so generous. There we go. Probably because of how thorough we were on the front and top sections. Cool. Now doors, we'll just do side by side, side to side rather. On the way down here, yep, and the same here, just fill it down. Probably don't even need to be that exact anyway. No, there we go. And now it's just the wheels. Cool. Which I think we want to turbo around so we can splash it on some of the weird angles. We're looking pretty much straight at it, so there's these weird beveled bits on the inside. So I think that's where the turbo comes in handy. Might even be a case of shooting down at it to start with. Still reckoning there's a lot that needs to be done. Oh, there's a ridge around the outside as well. It like protrudes from the tyre. Ah. Great. Once again, just got to work multiple angles. Yep. So I think we start off top down. In fact, we start off top down from an angle. Then go this side. And now crouch. And now we just gotta look straight in it. What are we missing? Nothing, turns out. Okay, and now this side. Now, this side. We actually need more of an upwards angle, I think, too, don't we? Yeah, we've got to get right down to the full crouch, I think. Otherwise, we're not getting all of the angles. There we go. Last wheel. Just make sure we get all of the top ones first. Around the bottom as well, because once we crouch down, we're actually firing up a bit. There we are. And now go down. And just get a face full of mist. Rusty mist. Wonderful. Nice. That's the fire truck done. Fantastic. Smooth. Just methodical. It's like colour by numbers. Clean by numbers. That should get the mayor off our backs for a while, which means we can all get back to doing the jobs we're paid for. Yep. Ah, it's the RV, of course. Penny farthing takes no time at all, and then the RV will take a little bit longer. We'll do the penny farthing first, because this is such a tiny job that I may as well just get it out of the way. A mode. It's just hard to hit bits, really, is basically the only issue. It's just hitting things, but with turbo, kind of fires around. Gives you the best chance of actually hitting something. You're already over 20% cleaned. Just try and make sure you've gotten all of the bits. With like the heavy duty or pro washer, you pretty much just to wave it across with the yellow nozzle, and you basically just get so many dings. With this washer, it's actually more annoying because I think I have to, even with if I put it on this, I don't think it's really cleaning the spokes because it's probably rust. So I have to at least waft over it with the red and just have it scatter everywhere. At least try and get the pedals, eh? Now, from a different angle. Very little is actually going to ding until I go from the other side anyway. But we are up to 60% already, so it really is just a case of finishing off at a certain point. So let's go around the other side. Actually, the front on should be good for the tyres, eh? And maybe the handlebars. Back of the seat. Be nice to get these pedals done. 80% done, but without a single ding, I don't think. And then, yeah, we'll just waft across the spokes, basically. And just hope that it gives me some credit. And there's a wheel. Frame. There we go. Seats. Handlebars we might need to shoot from the top for some bits as well. Forks. Starting to get some progress because of... Oh, we weren't even all the way down. We need to get the underside of the pedals probably. What about the pedals is not clean? That's kind of weird. Oh, we'll worry about that separately. Oh, there's the rear wheel. The axle is not a separate part. Pedals? Yeah, I'm not sure what pedals are still wanting from me. Oh, bang bang. Oh, each individual pedal, that's why. There we go. Now seat support and handlebars. I remember seat support being kind of annoying. I think, again, it's a case of shooting down from the top, actually. Maybe not for the seat support, but for the handlebars, probably. No? What am I missing then? From the front. There we go. And then seat support. I'm not even sure which bit is the seat support. And I'm definitely not sure how well I can target. Oh, it's the bit at the back here. There we go. Just like that. Cool. Well, that was the penny farthing done. Yeah, such a short job, that one. This has been a vehicle episode, that's for damn sure. Next will be the RV, but we're going to do that one separately. If he didn't ride so beautifully, I'd flog him to a museum. This dude actually still rides a penny farthing, apparently. Cool. And then the RV is the last thing we have to do currently. It's almost like the closing of a chapter, I think. It's like chapter 1 closes out with the RV, because it kind of ties up a couple of the storylines that have been running along. We're going to leave it there for this episode. That's all those vehicles out of the way. And we'll revisit this shortly.